From the Yonkers Statesman, October 17, 1916. Headline: Demand that City take action in trolley strike. A demand that the city administration, the mayor, or the common council take immediate steps to bring about a resumption of trolley traffic was made this morning at the hearing before Mayor Lennon in his public reception room, City Hall. The meeting had been arranged by the Real Estate Board of the Chamber of Commerce for the purpose of bringing to the mayor's attention the great injury and injustice to the real estate owners arising out of the present trolley strike. The room was filled with members of the board and also other dealers in real estate in the city and representatives of business interests. The different speakers told of the great damage to the growth and prosperity and to the future development of the city which has been occasioned by the cessation of transportation facilities. They called upon His Honor as the head of the city administration to at once take steps to bring about normal conditions. The representatives of the different interests declared that they were not opposed to union labor, nor were the merits of the controversy between the trolley employees and the company. The first speaker, George Howe, contended that the city authorities should make an effort to rescind or amend the 15-day ordinance so as to end the present situation. Dr. N.A. Warren, president of the Chamber of Commerce, said, "The question is a simple one. Here we have a community which is suffering almost to desperation. The people who are before the mayor today represent the real property of the city, and they come here asking that some action be taken for relief. When the people of a community ask for something, it is certainly up to the city officials to grant the request." After all who wished had expressed their opinions, Mayor Lennon said it was needless for him to say that the trolley situation had given him as much concern as it had anyone in the room. He had endeavored to bring the two parties to the controversy together, but in vain. He said, "If the council should pass a repealing ordinance, it will come before me for approval or disapproval, and I can assure you, gentlemen, that I will act then as I think best for the interest of the city at large." Headline: Greek situation becomes acute. The Greek situation apparently again has entered a critical phase. Athens dispatches report that a new note of an extremely grave character has been handed to the Greek government by Vice Admiral Fournet, who commanded the Entente fleet, causing King Constantine to return hurriedly to the capital. Concerning the fighting in Greek Macedonia, Paris reports that the Serbians have repulsed the Bulgarian center in an attack in the Cerner River region, and there has been considerable activity. The Austro-German forces have begun an attack on the Russian lines. The Amsterdam correspondent of the Exchange Telegraph Company wires that 300 workmen of the Ghent factories in Belgium have been arrested and sent to Germany because they refused to work. 12 resisted and were shot. The Germans everywhere are forcing the Belgians to work for them. President Wilson announced today that his efforts to bring about an agreement among the belligerent nations to allow relief supplies to be sent to Poland had failed. Headline: Dr. Rosenau says he has isolated causative germ. Medical men showed keen interest yesterday when word reached New York City that Dr. Edward C. Rosenau, head of the bacteriological department of the Mayo Foundation at Rochester, Minnesota, had finally succeeded in isolating the germ which, judging from the invariable results of many experiments, is the cause of infantile paralysis. One very important result of Dr. Rosenau's work in New York during the past summer was the discovery that invariably the germ which he has isolated was found in the tonsils of children suffering from infantile paralysis. The inference being that the tonsil plays an important part in the contraction of the disease. And that's the news from Yonkers 100 years ago today.